It's the holiday season, so what better time to talk about some awesome fictional holidays? Today we're talking about two of my favorite fictional holidays. Stay tuned, that's coming up here on Drew's Book Reviews. Good day, and happy holidays to all you watching this video. I hope you have a wonderful holiday season. Today I just wanted to talk about two of my favorite fictional holidays that we find in books and literature. So let's get into it, and of course don't forget to hit that like button, comment, and subscribe, and we'll talk about it. The first holiday we'll talk about today is Beltane from the Wheel of Time. If you've read the Wheel of Time and you're a fan of the Wheel of Time, you know all about Beltane. Specifically, we learn about this celebration early on in the series in the Two Rivers, celebrated with dancing and singing and just wonderful celebration of everything. This is the celebration of the birth of spring. Now, there isn't actually a specific time or date that Beltane is celebrated on. It's often celebrated on what is considered to be the beginning of spring, whenever that happens to happen wherever you are. Usually ushered in and celebrated at the beginning of the first birth, the first lamb of the season. Beltane is a time of celebration the night before, known as Winter's Night, and it's to celebrate the birth of a new year, the birth of spring, the birth of crops, and the start of a wonderful year. Beltane is celebrated in many parts of the world throughout the Wheel of Time. Many different cultures have different ways of celebrating Beltane, but it's just a time of joyful celebration for everyone at the end of a long winter. And I really kind of love that idea. Is often, especially in our culture, we celebrate the end of the year and the start of a new one, but we don't really have this level of celebration and excitement that we get in the celebration of the new year, new dawn, like we see with Beltane, with parties and dancing. I guess we do in a sense with the whole New Year's Eve thing, but I love the concept behind Beltane and how it's just there for everyone to have a good evening and a good night and enjoy and celebrate the start of this. Often what we'll see is huge bonfires constructed in the middle of town where everyone will gather to take part in this joyous and wonderful celebration. Often we'll see people, the villages, having all kinds of contests, from sheep shearing to quarterstaff and foot races and all kinds of fun, adventurous things going on all throughout the day for people of all ages. And it really is just a fun and exciting celebration of Beltane, and I just think it's a really cool festival and celebration that we see within the Wheel of Time world and the holidays that comes with that. It really kind of feels like the type of holidays that we see around this time of year in our own culture, which is absolutely just fun. I mean, we don't party like this at Easter, which would be the traditional beginning of springtime, or when we usually consider spring is starting. Why not? It would be so much fun to actually do a Beltane, wouldn't it? I mean, you tell me down in the comments down below. I think it would be absolutely fun. So the second holiday that we're going to talk about today, Hogswatch Night from Discworld. This is a fun holiday as well, and really it pokes fun at Christmas. In the Discworld, Hogswatch Nights is a celebration of the new year. It falls on the 32nd of December according to the Discworld calendar. And every night, in some fun little traditions here, it's the one night a year where witches cannot go out at night. And of course, like all rules witches have, they'll follow at their own discretion naturally. But it's the one night in which witches cannot go out at night as part of the traditions of Hogswatch Night, and it's on the 32nd of December. So it essentially celebrates the Discworld's winter solstice, going from the end of the year into the first of Ik, as it's called, which is the first month, I guess the first month of the year in the Discworld. But it's just kind of fun tradition that pokes fun at Christmas. It's kind of the Christmas of Discworld in a sense. And of course, like Christmas in our world, children eagerly await the arrival of the Hogfather, bearing gifts and bringing them to them on Hogswatch Night, and they eagerly await this to happen. But unlike Santa Claus in our tradition, the Hogfather's sleigh is not pulled by reindeer. Some other traditions of Hogswatch Nights, of course, include things like traditional caroling, going around singing, Hogswatch carols, warm drinks, big department store sales, all kinds of stuff like that. But unlike our Santa Claus, the Hogfather himself is not like the Santa Claus you know. He's much more of a scary version of Santa Claus. The Hogfather wears these tusks, and he does wear red and white, just like our Santa Claus. But the red and white he wears is supposed to signify blood on the snow. And his sleigh is pulled around by a set of wild boars instead of reindeer as he pulls his sleigh through the night. So he's more of a winter god associated with pig killing and kig-making rituals in the Discworld. And he's a creepy version of Santa Claus, and honestly, I love it. And to really kind of see the one book in the Discworld that really celebrates this Hogfather and Hogfather's Night, of course, is going to be the book Hogfather. So if you haven't read that, it's a great Christmas read. Honestly, my favorite Christmas book of all times is going to be the Hogfather. But then again, I haven't read a lot of Christmas books, but you know what I mean. Anyway, Hogswatch Night is just a fun Discworld holiday that kind of pokes fun at Christmas itself, and it is a fun and entertaining read, and I absolutely enjoyed that book when I did read it, and definitely one of my favorite holidays from the fantasy literature that I have read. So there you go. There are two of my favorite holidays from fantasy and from the books I've read. I would love to hear yours at this holiday season. Tell me down below, what are some of your favorite holidays, fictional holidays that you have read in books? I'd love to hear from you. And as always, I do want to say, don't forget to hit that like button, comment, and subscribe. And of course, we will see you next time on the next episode of Drew's Book Reviews. Until then, keep on reading. Bye!